know why you...
Tis me hips.
Let's start again.
Tis me hips.
Please, can we start again, please? Hello, Paul.
Hello, Peli. I didn't mean to say Peli.
That's good, though.
I didn't mean to say Peli.
I like it.
I don't know why. I think I got confused. I thought I was going to almost say my name.
It's a good... I like insults that only change one little thing about something, you know?
Yeah.
Like one-word reviews.
Yeah.
House of Wax becomes House of Whack,
Yeah,
for example.
Or, other examples. I can't think of
other
anything.
good examples,
There are
aren't there?
other good examples, I'm sure, but we're not going to get them right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Cheap Show. This is the podcast. Hello, Eli. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Hello, Eli.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Evbo.
Everybody, there's going to be no trouble today.
Hey, ha-oh,
Two things, Paul.
Yeah?
I just want to make slight corrections, okay?
Was that not one of them?
No, I'm starting to count things now.
One.
No, that's not the thing. I haven't said the first thing. We're at
I know,
thing...
but I'm saying one, as in this is your lead in to tell me the first thing.
Yeah, but...
One.
But that was thing zero.
No, that wasn't a you said it wasn't a thing.
Well, is zero a thing? Zero is the absence
Zero
of
has
thing.
to be a thing for it to be known as zero. So there has to be something called zero for it to have a name.
Would you say the hole in a donut ring is a thing?
Yes.
A donut ring.
It's there by lieu of its absence.
Now,
Yeah. One. Come on.
I'll tell you the one.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll tell you the one, the really, really one.
Do you remember last week there was a playing card? One of the things was a playing card bottle opener.
Yes.
And I said it's the wrong suit because it's always the ace of spades.
Yes.
That has
And you explained
the
why
larger.
it's always larger. And then
I did
you were
not. I
corrected
didn't explain
online.
it. I was corrected online.
Yeah.
So let me just bring that to everyone.
Bring it to the table while we
didn't
go before we get into the podcast.
I didn't
proper.
actually know, but it's to do with the. You have to display a trademark on the ace of spades as a sort of
proof of tax or something.
it's
of
a
it,
tax
isn't it?
proof of tax thing, but that's because you have to register if you make playing cards because of cheating. So
Yes.
it's sort of like a mark saying this has been checked and these aren't marked, these aren't dodgy in
Do you
any
think
way.
you have to do that if you release cards for magic shows? Like, magic sets that are all purposely funny cards and
Yes.
stuff like that. Like Svengali Pack or whatever they call it.
Yes, those magic decks are a completely different thing.
So they won't have a big ace on them, but they will have a big ace on them because they have to
it's
look like real cards.
Yes.
Two.
Anyway, and the second thing is I was
It's actually
corrected
quite interesting.
online.
I'm enjoying this. I like this corrections part of
I
the
was
show.
corrected online when I said,
You have a big penis.
God, I never say that. I don't say that.
All the women got in touch to correct you, and they both said...
Hundreds of them, yeah.
They both said...
There were hundreds
they both
of
said, teeny weeny Eli.
Yes. Any more?
He puts the Eli in teeny weeny Eli. Go on, no, what's the second thing? Sorry, you were
I
corrected
said
online.
on one of our cheap shop videos, which is our YouTube content,
Our
everybody,
fortnightly content.
I said that piquant
Oh, yeah,
meant
yeah.
spicy.
Yeah.
But it just means tasty, tangy. But I looked into this, and there is a Spanish word, picante, right?
Yeah.
Very similar,
Yeah.
which does mean spicy. So that's where I'm getting confused, you see?
And didn't you also say your whole use of the word aptitude was Billy Bollocks and all?
Amplitude.
Yeah.
I think that was made up by me.
Hey,
Misremembered.
but you owned it. I'll say that.
No, that's
You've
an
owned
actual
it.
concept.
That
That's
you've
a
owned- well,
concept.
you have now.
By
It
the
is
way,
now.
everyone, amplitude is my concept for when you taste something and the flavours, although distinctly perceptible to the tongue and mind,
Has
melt.
an alchemy.
Yes,
Has an alchemy.
exactly.
Speaking of alchemy, did you hear that they accidentally turned lead into gold recently?
Did they?
I read it on the internet. I can't remember the
No, they
sources now.
didn't.
No, someone was testing something for something else and then it accidentally made lead into gold.
Well, you can't. You have to change the molecular structure.
Well, I read it on the internet, so it must be true.
It might be one molecule of lead which they zapped.
I'd have
and
to look it up.
It would have to lose or gain electrons.
I regret bringing this up.
You know, because it's the atomic number. Lead and gold are different. Do you see what I mean? And that atomic number is to do with how many
What is
electrons.
the atomic number?
Huh?
What is the atomic number? Oh, it is not a specific one.
The atomic number is just where it's been placed on the periodic table.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about a specific number. Then I was going to go, 3 is an atomic number, and that's it. I mean, 3 might be an atomic number. Atomic kitten. There were 3 of them.
But where?
I'm making connections, mate. I'm making connections. Incy Wincy Spider connections.
Incy Wincy
What
Spider.
I'm saying is I have
You
no
don't have
idea of how
nothing.
to get into the credit music now from this point.
Well, I've lost it. I don't want to do the episode anymore.
Well, neither do I. So
just press the
tell you what,
fucking thing.
let's toss this coin, and if it says yes, we'll do the podcast, and if it says no,
No, we got
won't
to
be
do
doing
the podcast, Paul. We both
won't.
know we got to
No,
do the
we've done-
podcast.
we've done. We've done 5 minutes, mate. That's
not a podcast.
Some people would call
When
that
does
a
it get to a podcast?
When it gets online and goes in your ears.
No, but at what minute does it turn from a promo to a podcast?
5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, maybe 10.
I would if I was a subscriber to a podcast.
Yeah.
Say, Bogey Cakes Are Us or something like that.
Yeah, they're good then.
They are very good. They're,
Move on because we're not going to go anywhere with that. Come on, just get to the point. This is a long cold open.
Right, if I was listening to Bogey Cakes Are Us and I listened to all of them and I waited with bated breath for the next Bogey Cakes Are Us episode, yeah?
Yeah.
And, the pigeon's having a fight outside your window.
Is it?
Yeah. Woo! It's all action here.
Pigeon fights.
And then it was one, and I was listening every week, and it was
genuinely bored now. Actually,
it was an hour long.
We all know what you're about to say.
And then it was suddenly 5 minutes. I'd go, "That's not a bloody podcast."
Well, it's free, so you can do what you get given. Deal with what you get given.
Deal with what I get given.
I'm going to toss this coin. We either do the
doesn't
podcast,
matter.
yes, or
we're doing
the
it
podcast,
anyway.
No. Here we go.
It's bullshit.
We'll see. Oh, we're doing the podcast. Oh, I've dropped it.
Oh, careful.
We're doing the podcast.
Press the fucking credits.
Oh, Gannon. Eli Silverman. Welcome to Cheap Show.
Sources and words and phrases. Two things I'm responsible for.
Chodney Borough.
I hate you. Your fucking usual coffee.
Cheap Show tonight. Cheap Show tonight.
It's the price of shite.
Cheap Show tonight.
Welcome to Cheap Show. Oh, I've dropped me coin.
Paul's lost his coin. It's his favourite thing.
Where's me dinner? I lost me coin.
Where's me dear? Who says that?
The old granddad from Bread. Right, hello, welcome to Cheap Show. It is an economy comedy podcast where every week Eli and I go through bargain bins, charity shops and Poundlands et al. Of the UK and bring you back the treasure we find amongst all of that potential trash.
And abroad.
And abroad. We also do open our borders to other countries to deliver its tat to us, and we will price it, review it, taste it, renew it for you.
We'll taste test everything for you.
I have an update. So do you know on our Patreon pod I mentioned that I bought a couple of vinyls, right? Just want to update you because I got a few, right? I'm not going to play them.
Oh, he's got vinyls.
I might play one.
He's bringing vinyl out now.
Just a very quick one. Because I got to a charity shop.
Oh, Jesus!
Oh, God! It's all kicking off. My
Careful.
proton pack collapsed.
The proton pack attacked him.
So, first of all, okay, so it's over there now, so I'm not going to get it, but I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue album. I was like,
Nice.
hey, sadly, I've already got 2 copies of that, so that's now the 3rd. It's just had a different cover. So
They sometimes have variations.
Yeah.
You know those BBC ones that I collect
they're
have those?
BBC, so they're all like the
They
same
did lots
thing
of them, yeah.
repackaged thrice.
They sold a lot of records in the golden age of vinyl, didn't they?
Yeah, and then I got this, Commercial Classics.
That's excellent.
It's not, though, because I thought, it's going to be like weird stock library music from adverts, and it's not. It's just a collection of classical hits that have been used in albums. So,
Whoa, what? That's
the Barbara of Seville.
That's
I
disappointing.
should have looked closer, to be fair.
That's really
but
disappointing.
I was swept up in the moment and the reverie.
Yeah,
However-
that sucks.
However, the last album I got was the one I just bought for a laugh so I could, use the rest of my change up. And it was This Is Reg Varney on the 88 to Abbey Road. Reg Varney, actor who was mostly, in fact, really only really well known for On the Buses, where he played a lecherous, dirty old man who drove a bus. And
Who shouldn't have been allowed to drive the bus.
No, it's rather unpleasant. However, off the back of that success, he was allowed to do what he really loved, which would be a song and dance man.
It's a song and dance
so
man.
this is him on the piano, because he plays the piano with a little orchestra stroke band, and it's some of his favourite hits and songs. And honestly,
Not bad.
fucking lovely. I loved
Really?
it. Yeah.
Cool.
And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop in very quickly
one?
the first track, which is
The Darktown Strutters Ball.
yes.
That guy Joe Brown did a version of.
Very likely.
I
It is
think.
a
It's like a rock and roll-y sort of
No,
thing.
it's a boogie woogie ragtime piano track, right? But what I like about it is it has this Bonzo Dog energy at the beginning where he's just like, I've started on my own. So I'm just going to play the piano, and then ba-dum, ba-dum. So, hello, Tom, you joined the drums, have you? And the band builds as the song builds.
I wonder how many LPs he was allowed to...
Quite a few.
Yeah.
He's got quite a few. It's like he's got Have a Party with Reg Varney or something like that. But these are just him playing the piano and singing, and some of his songs are a bit out of his range. Like I think he does it, I Did It My Way or something, and he, his heart's there, but his voice isn't. Oh no, you know what? I'm getting confused. He sings The Good Life on this.
Okay.
And like he's
I don't
like,
know that.
Oh, the good life.
It's a sort of a standard.
Oh, the good life.
It's something that one of those crooners would have done.
It's very much like a Sinatra track.
Right.
So he can't quite do it, but there's 2 tracks on there. One's called Come On and Tickle My Fancy and Best Pair of Legs in the Business. And they are big vaudeville numbers, which came from a film he did, which is really interesting. I can't remember the title now.
What kind of film? Yeah.
He plays a failed comedian who works in a Butlins as a drag artist. And so the song he sings, he's in full drag.
Why is that lost, that film?
No, you can see it. It's by a playwright who went on to write for the Sweeney or weird shit like that.
Okay, yeah.
But this was a play turned into a film. And so he sings songs from it because he's a drag artist. But it's a bit of a tragedy kind of thing, like Imagine the Wrestler, but set in the 70s.
I want to see that film.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Reg Varney, and it really is.
And honestly...
Playing piano.
Yeah, that's what the 88s mean.
The 88s. That's what the 88s
the old keys, isn't it? 88 keys.
But there's the first ever rock and roll song, my Rocket 88.
Okay, maybe that's what it means
Which had Ike Turner playing on it.
Ike Turner?
Yes.
Oh, there you go. So anyway, just to give you a little bit of a taste, here is the bit of the Darktown Strutters Ball. It's a nice little comedy piece that shows off his piano prowess.
I'm sorry, Mr. Producer, I've had to start on my own. They're not here. And I feel lonely here, I tell you. Oh, well. Oh, you've arrived, have you, Elf? Oh, good. Where's the rest of the boys? What do you mean you're in the boozer? I've told the producer we're going to start. Marvellous. I bet Harry was the instigator. Harry took me over here. I'll tell you, folks, if you want anything about booze, ask Harry, he knows. I said to him one morning, I said, how'd you cure a hangover? He said, keep drinking. Oh. All right, George, see you've arrived. Lovely. Oh, yes, that's nice. Oh, great, yes. Oh, they're gradually creeping in. Oh. That's better. Now we're beginning to move, aren't we?
So there you go, Reg Varney, a little bit of vinyl just for you today. But just so you know,
we love a little bit of vinyl.
That's not what we're talking about today. No price of tat, no...
price of tat?
Price of tat. No price of shite tat. No food. No
food?
Gadgets. No drinks.
Oh,
no
I've got
soda.
those balls
no
for
noodles.
You.
What?
I've got balls for you. Those trolley originals.
Yeah, well, yeah.
2 trolley originals.
2 trolley
spongy balls.
2 big balls in a trolley.
You may
You're
remember.
You're going to roll in 2 big balls on a trolley
in
for
a trough,
me.
yeah.
In a trough.
A self-supported poultice trough.
Like a wheelbarrow.
Well, it's got leather straps, and you get the poultice tray. Get it right up there! Right up there! Poultice up there!
Anyway, what we are doing today...
Anyway, Paul,
is we are doing.
Do you don't want to taste my trolley balls?
Shut up a minute.
Do you not want to taste them?
I do. I will.
Okay, I'll get them when we have a break.
Thank
I'll get
you.
those.
I would like that very much.
Just because it's going to be very taxing. I know what's happening on today's episode. Look, let everyone know.
I'm going to tell them now. What we're doing is we're doing a book episode. We're doing a book episode. A book episode is what we're doing. An episode about the books I've seen in charity shops. And in one case, on a table in Morrison's going for 25p.
Oh, did you pick that up?
All these books, this 3 stack here, were all...
but you didn't pick up that crime one?
No, because you didn't reply to my fucking message.
Fine, it looked a bit
Because you never
tatty.
reply to my messages. I go, hey, Eli, here's an important message which is time sensitive. Would you like me to do this? And then I hear nothing. Don't even know if it's been read. He ignores me until he turns up on Monday and then puts his hand out and go, give me money.
God.
What it's fucking like working with Eli.
Oh.
So anyway, that's what we're doing today. We're going to go to Paul's reading room and we're going to settle down with a few books and tell you what we found in the charity shops.
Oh.
Nice little, cozy, wintry, coldy, log fire, crickle, crackle, ticky-tock clock, reading room,
Log fire.
warmth.
What kind of logs are you using? Pizza logs?
Poos.
That's one of my earliest memories.
What, shitting in a fire?
Is when the bonfire, they put poo. There's poo in the leaves, dog shit in the leaves, and they put it on the fire, and you could smell it when it burnt, and you think, ugh.
That's never been something I've experienced or known
I experienced
about.
it round Guy Fawkes.
Southerners. Disgusting Southerners. All right, Governor, let's burn our shit leaves on the old Guy Fawkes pile. Our good Governor.
You don't see people penny for the guy much.
You don't, do you?
Do you?
No, you really don't see penny for the guy no more. Our white dog poos.
Because I think people find it, ooh.
Well, it's begging, isn't it?
It's basically begging.
Yeah.
With some tights stuffed up on a wheelchair or something.
Tesco bag with a balloon on with a face scrawled on and a beanie hat on or something.
I like that kind of folk stuff, you know?
Yeah, we just don't do it no more.
We don't do it no more.
We don't burn them. We don't burn them no more, do we?
Don't burn the forks no more.
So, hang on.
What?
I've got a message. Hang on, I'll edit this out, don't worry. It's a voice message on WhatsApp from Brandoff.
Oh, fuck's sake, man.
He says, please listen. Should I?
Yeah.
All right, hang on. Play.
Hello, Paul Rothroff. Yes, hope you're well, I suppose. Rothroff, anyway, it's concerning Content House. Now, it's a really important project, Paul, and, you know, I always think of you boys when I've got something that's going to make a lot of money. It's going to make a lot, Rothroff, a lot of money for me and you if you just play ball, okay? So I've had John Gunty. I've had him on the phone, Rothroff, and I said maybe you could give him, you know, a little bit, a segment on the show, and he's very upset. He's got a lot of frozen food he had in a bag, and it was all melting all over my floor. Roth, so please, if you could just give him, you know, don't have to give him a whole, whatever it is, just 2 minutes, just let him talk about food. You like that? He likes food. It's all fine. He's very, very keen, and, you know, I just really have a lot of things in place now. A lot of plates, Roth, spinning with Content House, and I need Gunty on my side. Okay, Roth. So please, if you need me to make this more clear to you, Roth. So anyway, hope you're well. Hope you guys, Roth. Okay, it's very exciting actually. What's about to go down here. And I'm just about to get the piss showers put in and the piss sluices and everything. Anyway, gotta go, Roth. Love you. Bye-bye.
Fuck's sake. I don't know what to say to that.
What's that all about?
Mate, as far as I'm aware, Brandoff is setting up some kind of live stream, non-stop, 24/7 content house where all our characters are going to be living. He's going to launch it, blah, 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 blah. What I've figured out is that it seems that Gunty owns properties, and one of those properties is the way Brandoff wants the fucking house to be, the content house. But it's like, I don't know what this has got to do with us. I don't want anything to do with it.
Well, you just let Gunty, I mean...
You know what? I've been thinking ahead. I've got an idea.
What?
I'm going to leave a message. Hang on. 1 sec. Hello, Brandoff. Yeah, thank you. Couple of things. One, we don't want anything to do with your content house, all right? Just because...
We're CheapShow.
We're CheapShow. And we've kind of been burnt by you before, so you do it. Well, you do you, but we're not getting involved, all right? We don't care. Second of all, if you really want this fucking property, how about you do something for us, okay? I need a technician. I need a science guy for a project I'm working on. So how... Yeah, right. I'll tell you about it later. Right. I've just got thoughts bubbling. Okay. I need a tech science guy, all right, Brandoff? So if you can get me that, right, I'll give Gunty a tiny segment on the show, and then you get what you want, and I get what I want, all right? I don't care about money, I don't care about Content House, but I need...
Does he know science, guys?
Look, mate, his connections, if he doesn't, he will, all right?
Okay.
He'll figure it out. So, yeah, all right, Brandoff, all right? Love you, I guess.
I don't.
Yeah, he doesn't. And I don't really. But it's a pleasantry, isn't it? We'll leave it like that.
Okay.
But yeah, hopefully, if he does something for... I should have asked for money as well.
Just weird.
Should have maybe asked for some money.
Well, I don't...
Doesn't matter. Anyway, look, we'll ignore that for now. It doesn't affect us.
Okay, fine.
Doesn't affect us.
Distracting all of this crap, you know what I mean? Why does it even involve us at all, with this?
Because we're a crutch, aren't we, for him? It's like we give him legitimacy for some fucking reason. And since he's been to jail and dead and brought back to life and all those horrible things that have happened to all of them, they're all a bit gone in the head, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'm happy they're over there and not here, frankly.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, further away the better. Right. Shall we crack on with this week's fucking episode?
Yeah.
Because I want to take it to me reading room.
Your reading nook?
Yeah.
Is it a little comfy nook?
It's a comfy nook.
Where is it?
I'll show you.
All right.
I've got a secret passage.
Okay, I'll follow you.
Yeah, all right. Here we go. Follow me, boys and girls. We're going to Paul's reading nook.
Is it along here, then?
No, it's in the corner. Look.
What?
I moved this book. And look, there you go.
Wow.
The fireplace moves out the way.
Oh, thanks for showing me
tunnel.
this.
Come on down here. Come
Oh,
on.
you know what? Paul really likes me. Takes me everywhere. I always find my way home, though.
Come on, you.
Did anyone
Follow
get
me.
that?
No, I didn't get it. Follow me down this corridor. Come on.
Oh, fuck. Oh.
And here we are. Special room.
I'm so shit.
Yeah. It's all right, mate. I do the heavy lifting here, so we're all
You
right.
don't.
I do.
I mean, you don't.
And in that respect, that's a sad indictment of this podcast. So, shall we move on? Or shall I hang a bigger lantern on your shitness? Yeah, you got nothing. Let's move on, because Paul's best. Here we go, Paul's best. It's the Paul Gannon's Best show. Right, here we go. Here's my reading nook. Open
it's
the
a lovely nook.
I haven't opened the door yet. I haven't put the sound
how the fuck
effect.
should I know?
Because I put the sound effect in, don't I?
I can't hear the sound effect beforehand.
Well, that's not my fault, is it? That's not my fault you can't hear sounds in your
I'm
head.
going to spunk in your nook. We both know it. We both know.
I would be remiss if I didn't say it was already a place I go to ejaculate.
In fact, you say nook. This is blatantly just a refurbished Trackbot's charging
Yeah,
den.
but I put it on its side.
Oh,
I put some
God.
pillows in.
I can smell fish.
It's a really hard smell to get
It
out.
really is. Once it,
When you've had, like, I don't know, like 70-man fat doses splodged all over it,
Yeah.
it's really hard to get that kind of like, what's the only way I can describe it? It is like fish and Play-Doh. It's just...
That's good attempt.
You
He's
know,
grasping good.
It's like...
Because there is a sort of almost a medical smell to
Yeah.
it. That's what you're getting at with the
Yeah,
Play-Doh.
yeah.
Anyway,
Wheat yeast musk kind of...
weak yeast. I think that's Strewn Onion's second album.
It is weak yeast. Yeah. Right. Look, get into me nook. Come on.
I'm coming.
Here we go. Here we
I'm
go.
coming with you.
Here we go.
Right.
I'll put the fire on.
Oh, you've done this all right. This is quite nice. This.
Yeah, no, there's a nice little
I can feel
fireplace.
it. What was that? Velvet.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's very
comfy.
cozy. Because when we're in the book nook, Paul's book nook, we have to relax. And I've found some books today.
Oh, that's good.
Of which we will be looking into a little bit more in depth that I found in charity shops. What do you want to start with? I'll tell you what, let's start with the world famous Weird News Stories book, which was sent to us a while ago. We didn't have time
it was
to
sent
read.
to us, was it?
Yeah, it was part of the P.O. box delivery, and we didn't have time to read it because it was one of those, wow, there's 700 things in here kind of things.
The thing is, with a weird news story book, it used to be a very popular genre, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Strange stories, little, Believe It or Not, Ripley's Believe It or Not, that kind of thing.
Boy. It was a newspaper, wasn't it? The Weekly World News or whatever
Yeah.
it's called, which had like loads of UFOs and conspiracies and cryptozoology stuff.
I feel like with the advent of this post-truth internet,
Yeah.
it's like a genre that's sort of passed into nothingness.
Well,
because it's just everywhere now.
it's
that kind of
everywhere.
thing.
It's
fake news,
Well, yeah. Well, it's also less criticised or less like evaluated, because back in the day you'd look at this and go, ha, ha, what a load of shit, ha 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 ha, but what a funny read, what
Yeah.
a world we live in, right?
Yeah.
But now you put this online with some of the other stories you hear and it's actually like piss weak gravy nonsense. It's like, it's almost charming in its kind of weakness.
It's naivety
Yeah.
almost. Yeah. Okay.
It- 'cause,
well,
you
let's
know-
see. Let's read out. I'll see what you mean. Let's read out
because
something.
like the book is basically, I'll read the back. Every day, the world's newspapers confirm what we all know, that life can be very strange. From a town in Louisiana where it is illegal to wear a startling hat, to the man who wanted to organise his own crucifixion in Nottingham. This will guarantee that the actions of your fellow human beings will always surprise you. So apparently this is taken from newspaper articles around the world over an indistinct time period.
Yeah.
But do you want to...
I'll read one out.
Yeah. So, chapter 1 is Believe It or Not. So, you've got strange animal stories, laws and lawsuits, aliens, psychic occurrences, bizarre crimes, mistakes, freaks and accidents, peculiar behaviour, scientific experiments.
I like peculiar behaviour.
Chapter 2 is Odd Facts, so I don't think we'll get much out of that. Chapter 3 is The Weird and the Spooky, so seeing the future, seeing the past, out of body, vampires,
Don't believe
ape-man,
any of that.
werewolf, poltergeist.
Oh, there's a lot. There seems to be an
UFOs.
emphasis on the paranormal here.
Well, the first half, and then the second half of the book is like chapter 4, classic one-liners. So it's just like quotes from celebrities.
Headlines.
Yeah. No, not even
Oh,
that.
quotes.
Just like quotes. Like
It's a ragtag bag.
it's like critic James Agate says, the English instinctively admire a man who has no talent and is modest about it.
Can I?
Yeah, but I just want to finish up the chapters. One is called Boobs and Misprints, so it's like the stuff you get on That's Life. Where
I
it's
got
like,
a twinge there when you said boobs.
Boobs and misprints. But it's just like, the rapist's party tonight at 6, but actually it's meant to be therapist's party tonight at 6.
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing. And
I
then
also got a twinge,
Hollywood
Paul,
quotes.
when you said about the guy arranging his own crucifix.
Yeah,
I
I
can't
wanna know
control
where
it.
that is.
My knob just bobbed up there.
Did you?
And did a little rub on the denim.
I wonder where that will be in these stories.
No one's listening to me.
I am, sadly. I want to try and find that Nottingham crucifixion story, but it could be anywhere in this book.
Could I read a one-liner out? They're quick and easy, aren't they? So let's do a couple more of those.
Literally, it's like it's 2 pages worth,
Okay.
so you can scroll through and find one.
All right, let's see. Lincoln, I like this because it's about coffee.
Abraham Lincoln.
Yes.
Yes.
If this is coffee, please bring me some tea. If this is tea, please bring me some coffee. Fucking hell, that sucks.
It was easy
Sorry,
to get
I
a
read-
laugh back in the day.
Wow. He couldn't tell why. He burnt his mouth or something.
He's basically saying whatever this is hot muck.
It's just brown water.
In real life, you went, "What's this fucking shit?
I'll kill you.
I'll kill you."
Poisoner William Palmer on the scaffold, meaning just about
About to
be
hang, yeah.
hanged. Are you sure this damn thing's safe?
You know what? If I have the chance to know what my final words are going to be, because I'm about to be hung or something, I don't think I want to be witty. I think I'll just rage against the world.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not fair. You know what I mean? It's like that.
Yeah.
I don't think I would be. Either this wallpaper goes or I do. It's that. I'm not.
The whole concept of final words is a bit.
Well, yeah, nebulous.
Where do you?
It's like
Because
the
someone might
famous-
just go fuck when
Yeah.
it hurts, and then
But,
a lot of people must just go oh god, or something like.
But like famously, and it's not
Ouch.
real, but "Kiss Me Hardy" was allegedly something. What was it? Wellington said. Am I wrong? Who was it?
Yeah.
Anyway, whoever
One
it
of
was,
those old military guys.
Nelson. I don't know.
Yeah, Nelson.
On his deathbed, went "Kiss Me Hardy." It's been misinterpreted, or did he even say it? But if that
What
was
did he say? French me, Hardy.
Yeah,
Because he beat the French at Waterloo, didn't he?
What I'm suggesting
Did he
is,
say, stick the finger up the arsehole, Hardy, please? Hardy. Do it, Hardy, Hardy. Hardy, bum my finger.
I know. I don't
Let's
know.
have
where-
another
No, but
one-liner.
what I'm saying is, if your last words were something that becomes, legendary, and it's "Kiss me Hardy,"
Yeah.
and then he dies. Maybe what really happened was he went, "Kiss me Hardy," and I hate women. They're all sluts. Right, we'll just not have. We'll not.
Yeah, of
We'll
course.
not remember that bit. We'll
the-
not remember that bit.
Yes, because
Just
the
the Kiss Me
person
Hardy.
can't correct you.
Yeah.
So, yes, I'd say you're right. There must be a huge amount of fiction in the famous last words.
Although, to be fair, not all of these are famous last words. It's just quotes and one-liners.
Oh, God, they're so tame. Arthur Bauer to a thin friend.
Right.
How much would you charge to haunt a house? That's so bad, isn't it? That's so like, Margaret Halsey.
Margaret Halsey, yeah.
The English never smash in a face. They merely refrain from asking it to dinner. I don't even think... I can't even get the wit there. I don't even
Right,
ask.
I want to find one of the weird stories then.
Let's have a weird story.
Right. Oh, yeah. Okay, here's one that I saw, and I was like, I wonder what's happened since. Because these stories appear in newspapers, and you go, oh, Flib, that's a strange story. Flib. Everyone says it. Get with it, Daddy-O. Flib, that's a weird story. And then you kind of forget about it. Then years later, you read books like this, and you go, I wonder what the follow-up is. Like this one. It's such a weird story. This is from apparently the Lebanon Daily News.
Lebanon, again, a place I would say in America.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. Since January 11th, 1976, a mysterious tree stump. A mysterious
Are you
tree
okay?
stump. No. Let's start again. Since January 11th, 1976, a mysterious tree stump has been touring Ridgeway, Illinois. The 500-pound stump appears in unlikely places, including a van and various people's houses. It stays up for 2 days and then disappears in an equally inexplicable way. And I'm thinking, has it been moving ever since then?
Does it say what the paper was?
Lebanon Daily News.
Well, you could look that up, I guess, in the Lebanon Daily News. That's
guess I
the
could.
follow-up. That's a terrible story. That seems like some hack at the Lebanon Daily News was like, oh, I'm drunk and divorced.
I've got 400 words to fill.
I've looked into my yard, which is unkempt, you know what I mean? And there's some stump out there. there's some tree stump out there and go, what if this tree stump appeared places? You know what I mean? Like, it's so lazy. It's like, it's like, I love
the
lamp.
best you've got, Brian.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Oh, fuck it. Run it.
It's fucking, everyone
You know
forget
what I mean?
about it.
A trunk.
It's either that or a advert for fucking men's erection pills.
Fucking, let me read one.
Well, no, this is the one I wanted to read.
Okay.
This is from the Daily Express. I don't think there's a year on this. Jeffrey Wilson, 18, made a gruesome discovery while inspecting the roof of his East London home yesterday. Checking for damage after heavy rain, he happened to glance into the upstairs neighbour's window and saw a fully dressed skeleton lying on the bed. The police were called and identified the corpse as William Blackhalley, the husband of the upstairs tenant. Neighbours had noticed that he'd gone missing about 10 years ago, but had assumed he just left his wife. In fact, he had died of natural causes, and she just left him there as he was. Mrs. Blackhalley is currently receiving medical attention.
Now, the reason I find that hard to believe is when someone passes away, Paul,
Yeah.
you don't just turn to a skeleton. After it rots.
I know
right?
cartoons promote that idea. It's not true.
I don't actually know a lot about this, but surely
Although, to be fair, it is East London, and that fucking stinks round there.
The smell, that's what I mean.
Disgusting round there.
I mean-
disgusting. That's where Cockneys come from.
Gene Hack.
Yeah.
Oh, here's his anti-southern bias
Yeah.
again, everybody.
Ah,
He's licking out the skeleton now. It looks
No, I'm not.
What were you doing with your tongue there?
I was showing revolt.
Yeah, I mean, the good action there.
Thank
That's
you.
Strong.
They call me Tongue Daddy Gannon.
Who does?
Mummy did. Right, how about that?
Oh, dear.
You want to read some bizarre crime? There's a few there on the starts on that page.
Okay, here's some bizarre crimes.
Bizarre?
Not for the faint of hearted.
Oof.
Paid my money and only farted.
I'm glad you find yourself very funny.
I mean, who else is going to? You know what I
Well,
mean?
that is the debate we
Oh,
have.
you want to say I'm not funny? Also, I'm not very good at this podcast. Is that what you're trying
That's
to say?
look, that's my personal belief, but opinions differ.
They do. They certainly do.
And a lot of people listen to this podcast who have no sense of taste, and they like you more. And that's fine. I've come to terms with that. I can't help it if wobble brain people like to listen to you.
It
giggling.
sounds like you've got a little bit of a trough of resentment there.
The older I get, the horrible I come. More horrible.
What horrible you come? What is it? Green and spongy.
Yeah, comes out like webbing. Oh dear. Hurry up and read your story.
I'm going to read two of these,
Go on.
Paul. Rosanna Vigil, age 60.
Oh.
This is from the New York Post.
Okay.
Rosanna Vigil, age 60, was attacked by a man in the street in Denver, Colorado. The assailant prized her mouth open and removed her false teeth. Mrs. Vigil told the police, he said, there ain't no gold here, so here's your teeth, and he gave them back. This did not happen.
It might have happened. I mean, this is the thing. He would have had to stake her out and guessed she had false teeth,
And also-
or knew she had false teeth. But he was looking for like gold crowns or whatever.
Yeah, but also, usually when you have gold teeth, they're implanted, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? They're not, your false teeth aren't gold. Your false teeth are like Bakelite or whatever they used to make them from.
don't know, yeah.
Or wood, they used to make them from wood.
Oh yeah, or metal.
Yeah, that
Or-
doesn't make sense to me at all. This is a lazy, lazy book. Are you ready for another one?
Yeah, I am.
One night in 1990.
One night in 1990. One night in 1990.
One night in Bangkok makes the whole world crumble.
One night in heaven. One night in heaven.
You know, weren't you thinking of One Night in Bangkok?
No.
One night. Who did that?
That was Chess, the musical, written by Tim
Andrew
Rice.
Lloyd Webber.
No, Tim Rice and half of ABBA.
Ah.
Benny Bjorn and Bjorn
And that was a single, wasn't it? That was
I
released
believe
as a
so,
single.
yes.
One Night in Bangkok. I remember it.
Until, obviously, I listened back on this during editing, check up the facts, and then realise I'm wrong and I cut this out.
One night in 1990. One night in 1990. One night in 1990. I wore a nightie. One night in 1990.
One night.
One night in heaven.
One night.
Oh,
in
my God.
heaven. Come on.
One night in 1990. A woman.
One night in 90s 90.
One night in 1990.
Oh, one night in a 99-year-old's 90.
Yes, I've done that already.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing it now because I wasn't listening.
One night in 1990.
One night in 1990. I can't.
Why do you like that?
I don't know.
One night in 1990. I can say it. One night in 1990.
Oh, okay. It's not funny now.
A
Good.
woman of good. It will come back round if I keep saying
well,
it.
don't then.
One night in 1990.
Stop it.
I told you, it got funny straight away.
One night in 1990.
A woman of Van Nuys, California. You've heard of them?
Yeah.
Van Nuys.
One night in 1990.
We're never going to get through this.
We've got to get through this. We've got to get through this.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying any of that again.
Okay.
You know where she's from and what night it
Yeah, we got it. One night in 1990 in a 90. Oh, I've killed it. Good. Move on quick.
I'm just going to not say it again, but say,
yeah.
an evening several years ago, a lady
Yeah.
from a place in California
Great. That's the good one.
stepped out of her bed and into something large and apparently asleep on her rug.
Oh, a dog?
It turned out to be a burglar
Right.
who, overcome by the 20 beers which he had used...
What? 20 beers?
Yeah.
Drinks?
Yeah.
B-E-E-R-S?
Beers.
Right.
It turned out to be a burglar who, overcome by the 20 beers he'd had to use to fortify his courage, had passed out. It's
That
funny
didn't
because she
happen.
could be wearing a nightie. I wish they'd put that in.
Yeah, we could have done that, but, you know.
Listen, I'm going to update it.
Right.
One night in 1990, a woman of Van Nuys, California, stepped out of her bed wearing her nightie and into something large and apparently asleep on her rug.
I don't believe that story either.
Why not?
I
think that definitely sounds more real. Definitely.
Here's the thing, though.
burglars are often like degenerates, alcoholics. That's
Desperate men.
Desperate men.
Desperate men.
So they might have an out of control addiction. And people who have that kind of addiction, especially to alcohol, could pass out.
can pass
out.
It's just, I get it. It's just the fact that it happened in her bedroom, right next to her bed, that I find the bit I either don't believe or actually makes it quite horrifying. You know? Because, like, if I broke in and I was fucked off my head, I'd maybe find the couch or somewhere that wasn't upstairs. Or, after 20 beers, I don't know if I could stand up to rob anywhere.
Yeah. Again, one more, Paul.
20 beers.
Well,
what do you get? Another week over and deeper in debt.
Some people can. The larger you are, the better you can absorb alcohol.
No,
So
fair enough, yeah, but...
I can't drink beer at all these days because you know why?
Why?
I have to piss like every 2 minutes for the next 3 hours.
Good.
What's the point of that?
What's the point of that?
One more of these,
One
Paul.
more, and then we'll put the book down. Go on, your last story.
Arthur Gloria, a candidate for the Chicago police, was so determined not to let anything go wrong in his entrance.
That fucking put some Savlon on it.
I'm starting again. Arthur Gloria.
Oh, for what?
Arthur Knightsey.
Oh, for 90.
Oh, Van Nuys.
Boy.
Have you been to Van Nuys?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have. Is it part of LA?
Yeah.
Arthur Gloria, a candidate for the Chicago police, was so determined not to let anything go wrong in his entrance test that he stole a car in order to be on time. When he arrived, he parked the car illegally. As he was dragged away by those he so wished to emulate, Gloria commented that he thought he had done well on the test.
So, wait, he wanted to be
He's
a
an
cop.
idiot.
He wanted to be a cop, and he had to pass a test. And because he was running late, he thought, oh, I'll just rob a car
Yeah.
and then park it like shit, and I'll be fine.
That makes sense to me. Often criminals are complete idiots, and that's why they commit the crime.
But
really.
also, I would say that explains why the American country has a problem with its police force. Because if he didn't get caught and he got onto the actual
Onto the force, yeah.
then I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. He'd have beat a man to
I mean,
death.
it's a cliche, isn't it? The donut-eating cop. It's
Yeah.
from America. It's an American cliche. But so many of those cliches about jobs come from America because they dominated the media in the world.
True,
In the
but-
whole of the last century, basically, you know?
But when it comes to stereotypes, I would say that an equally as strong one is the old British Bobby. You know, the illu, now then, Bob the Head, what's all this then?
Where would he live, though?
I'm trying to think. I believe, sir, that I live in 999 Litby Avenue, sir.
Oh,
yes.
you've got the dinner on then. Are you going home?
I do. My wife is at home ready with my favourite meal, sir.
What's that?
It's Irish stew. And I arrest you in the name of the law.
And what do you say to your belly button?
You're under arrest.
Hey, the triumvirate of Bobby jokes.
Yeah, you can't do that with Americans, can you? Eh?
No.
911, Letby Avenue? Don't work as much. Not as clever.
It would be something like...
You're under a bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
What's your favourite meal? Racist burger. Something like that. I don't know.
Okay, so what do you think of that book then?
It's all right. I love those kind of books.
It's what's known as toilet humour. Not toilet humour.
Not toilet reading, innit?
Toilet humour reading.
Yeah.
Sometimes they overlap though, and you do get toilet books that are also about toilet humour.
I mean,
Poo-poo
think about
books.
it. It's when you go to like Borders or a bookshop, and there's always that segment of those kind of books.
In a charity shop, it's often called humour, and they often put. You know what they often put in the humour section as well? Sports and games.
Oh
I wonder why that all gets sort of grouped together.
Anyway, I like that book. But this is fodder. It's the book you read, you forget about, it ends up in a box forever, or you give it to a charity shop, and then it goes back into that ecosystem.
Yes.
For cunts like me to read out on a podcast. 4 out of 10.
Yeah, not very high. Sorry, that wasn't very entertaining, that first bit of the podcast, everyone.
We are going to move on to our next bunch of books. It's 3 in 1, because I want to talk about a larger topic and not specifically the books themselves, if that's all right with you.
Okay, cool.
Oh, God. I did that thing then with my voice. I'm like, my tits and my belly jiggled like fucking mad.
I thought you were going to the gym, Paul.
I haven't been in months.
You haven't been.
Just spending money on nothing.
You should, you shouldn't do that.
Oh, my God, that really jiggled.
I know, well, you should go to the gym and just do some core work.
I did a fart the other day and it sounded like I was pulling a duck out of a swamp.
Oh, yeah,
it's one of those ones.
Was it quacking as well as the slurping?
Just like that, yeah, right, dirty grunter.
No, Paul.
Anyway, I've got bad belly.
Do some core work. You just do half an hour core work.
I'm going to take advice from this.
Feel that?
No,
feel it.
I don't want to. It's small.
It's hard.
Yes, I know
My
it's
torso
hard, but
and
it's
belly
small.
are hard. It doesn't jiggle. I don't jiggle.
You're beefy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's muscle.
Whereas I've got subtle folds.
I didn't want to get into this, but listen, you
at this.
brought it up. Yes.
Look at that. What's all this
He's
about?
jiggling his belly.
What's all this?
It's fat.
I know. I'm aware it's fat, mate.
Perhaps you should get on the old Ozempic or whatever.
Oh,
Everyone's on it.
Cocaine. That'll do the same job, won't it?
Yeah, it does suppress the appetite, cocaine.
Well, that's what we're doing from next week. It's Cocaine Show with Paul Gannon. And Eli's going to help him come on down. The Price is Right. I'm going to cut that early.
Yeah, no shit.
So, I was in Morrison's the other day, and there's a table by the checkout where, for Marie Curie charity, they lay out a load of random books.
Which is really cool.
And they go, you can have one for 25p or 50p each, whatever. It's kind of like pay what you think kind of thing.
Oh, right. You do make a donation
Yeah.
when you take the books.
So I did. I put
Okay.
a £2 coin in and I took these 3 books. And I bought them because they were all basically about the same topic. And that topic is Red Dwarf.
Red Dwarf.
It's cold outside, there's no kind of atmosphere. I'm all alone, more or less. Let me fly far away from here. Far, far, far. In the sun, I want to lie shipwrecked in comatose, drinking fresh mango juice. Goldfish shows, living on my toes. Far, far, far. In the sun, far, far,
Sitcom, Red Dwarf. You know Red Dwarf, don't you?
I do know Red Dwarf.
For those who maybe don't, it is a sitcom, a sci-fi sitcom, a rarity in itself back in the day, about a mining ship called Red Dwarf, full of people, and then to cut a very long story short, they all die bar one person called Lister, played by an actor, poet at the time, Craig Charles, and he's the last human alive.
You
But
may know Craig Charles from Ghostwatch.
Ghostwatch, yeah, or The Funky Bunker.
No one knows him from the Funky Bunker
Oh, no,
anymore.
they might know him from Robot Wars.
Robot Wars. He
Awooga!
and he also did the voiceover, hosted Takeshi's Castle.
Oh, he did,
which was-
he did. Yeah.
I liked him on Takeshi's Castle because he was almost... You know why he was good? Because he was like watching it... It was like someone was watching it along with you.
Yeah.
Rather than, it was like he was with the audience somehow.
Yeah.
Discovering with the audience. The
How
way
crazy it is.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
fucking believe
I thought that
this?
worked. He's not untalented.
No, he's not.
No.
I think he's limited to some extent.
He's a limited talent.
But I think even he knows that, probably.
Aren't we all?
Aren't we all?
Aren't we all?
I would say a lot of us people listening could consider us very limited.
Very limited.
But, he plays Lister, the last human alive, the ship's computer, who woke him up 3 million years later because the ship was contaminated with the nuclear blah, 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 whatever, decides to keep him sane. He'll do a hologram of his bunkmate called Rimmer, who's a prick. A vicious prick.
Who were they in terms of the ship? What's the setup right at the beginning?
They're on a mining ship heading back to
It's a
Earth
mining ship, so-
after being on Jupiter or something.
Okay.
And so, like, for Lister, it's a way to get back home. But during the journey home, there's an accident and it wipes out all the crew. So the ship's computer, Holly, decides to keep it from contaminating Earth and just sails that out to space. And so 3 million years later, when it's finally okay,
It's 3 million years later
Yeah.
that she resurrects.
Lister brings him out of stasis and then says, "You're the last human alive."
Ah.
So then he makes the hologram of his bunkmate, who he hated, called Rimmer. And then the final cast member of the original thing is the Cat, or Cat, who is a descendant of Lister's cat from 3 million years ago, who was
just-
holed up. And that cat spawned the whole...
Why is there only one of them?
Well, they explain that in the sitcom.
Do
And that
they?
basically, the whole society left Red Dwarf to go search for a promised
Cat
land.
Society?
Yeah, to look for a promised land.
Why
That
was he
doesn't-
left there? Because he was a pest.
Because he was the idiot. Of,
Right, he is an idiot character,
Yeah.
isn't he?
In the sitcom, it explains that he's not the only one left, because a few of them, there were other few, but they die. And so he's the last
He
one
was
standing.
a famous... It was quite famous. Was it during
Danny
the...
John Jules.
Yeah.
He was more famous for song and dance. He was in a lot of musicals. In fact, if you're keen-eyed, in 1986, you can see him in Little Shop of Horrors, playing one of the doo-wop guys outside the
Right.
shop in a flashback.
Right.
So he appeared every now and then in places. I think he did
But
kid shows as well.
He was a very popular character in Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
I mean, there weren't that many characters. You had Holly,
the mad computer.
Lister,
Yeah.
Craig Charles.
Yeah.
Then you had the hologram.
Chris Barry.
That's Rimmer.
Yeah.
And then the cat.
Danny John Jules.
And then that's it. That's
Well,
the
then
core
later,
cast.
Crichton came, played by Robert Llewellyn.
So who's Crichton?
Crichton's the mechanoid robot.
Oh,
that
that's
one.
a robot. And he came not in the first season.
He first appears in the second series in one episode.
Oh, really?
But that was played by a different actor. And then when they kind of revamped the show for season 3, they recast it, brought him in as a full character. And then
I've met him.
Robert Llewellyn.
Yes, briefly when I was working on Polybius Heist.
Oh yeah, because he's in that briefly
in
as
it,
well,
yes.
isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Were you in a scene with him?
No.
No, you just there on the day.
He
when
was there on the day, yeah.
Oh. Was he a lovely man?
Yeah, he seemed lovely.
That's one of the first things we can talk about, actually, because, yeah, Red Dwarf, very popular sitcom, went from cult to reasonably mainstream success in the late 80s, early 90s.
Can I ask you one more question?
Yes, so I was a big Red Dwarf nerd for the longest time.
Well, you said it was unusual to have a sitcom that was sci-fi
Yes.
at the time. What is the first one?
Debatable, because there's loads of, like, for instance, some people could say Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, right?
Not a sitcom.
No, but not really a sitcom.
Like a
it was
comedy
turned into a
series.
TV series eventually.
Yes, but that wasn't like a sitcom format, the
No.
TV series.
But then-
That's the first time I saw it.
Yeah,
I
but-
loved it.
But the thing about Hitchhiker's Guide is its strength is in how adaptable it's been over the different mediums: theatre, book, cinema.
Yes, but
blah,
the
blah, blah.
source material is not structured in any way like a sitcom. It's
No.
much more of
Well,
a adventure. It's
It
like
is.
an adventure.
Well, this is the thing. It is and it isn't, because you could argue by that metric, Red Dwarf series 7 isn't a sitcom,
Right.
Because that was filmed without an audience. It was filmed on location with cameras. It was all.
It was more
filmed like
filmic, more adventure.
filmic. Yeah.
Do you like it?
I'd hate series
Oh,
7.
right, there you go.
But then after season 6, there was a sharp decline in quality
Okay.
and stuff. So
Give me just one other.
Well, here's the thing. There was a sitcom in the 70s with Molly Sugden, who was famous for Are You Being Served? She was the, oh, my pussy, my
Yes,
pussy guy.
Lady Bouquet or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's a
Hyacinth
different thing
Bouquet.
altogether.
Yeah, sorry.
And the
That's a
sitcom-
different actor, though, yeah?
And the sitcom, yes, very different
Oh,
actress.
It's all a blur.
So this was a sitcom called Come Back, Mrs. Noah, and basically it's about this boring, fuddy-duddy little old lady who ends up in a spaceship and goes to space.
I've just thought of one as well.
What?
Mork and Mindy.
Yeah, that counts, definitely.
That's before
It's
it
got
as well.
sci-fi trappings in it.
So it's not so, it's just, yeah. And
It
that
was
Nick-
written by the same people who wrote Are You Being Served, so
Paul,
weirdly.
I used to love Mork and Mindy. I was well into that. When I used to go to the States as a child, they'd show it there, and it'd be like a special thing, you know.
No.
That's how old I am. Anyway, Red Dwarf is very much using as much of the lore of sci-fi generally as it can. It's got time travel,
Oh, it's got everything.
spaceships,
Parallel
lasers,
universes.
everything. Yeah,
Time loops.
which is cool.
Yeah, but I've always been a Red Dwarf fan, and so I bought these books because it gave me a chance to talk about it a
He's
little
got
bit.
3 Red Dwarf books there, and they look to be in nice condition.
They're in very good condition,
It looks
actually.
like they haven't been read.
No, I mean they probably got read once.
Well, I would say not even that. Looking for how they're pristine they
I mean
are.
these are all from the late 90s. These books.
Oh, they have not been read.
So the books I got were this one, Red Dwarf Program Guide by Chris Howarth and Steve Lyons.
Ooh.
Second revised edition, because this now goes up to the end of series 7, which I think was broadcast in like 97, 98, something like that.
How many series are we on now?
12.
Wow.
Or 12 and a bit. It's complicated.
12 and a bit.
It's complicated because what happened was, after Series 8 ended on BBC, there was a very, 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 very long gap, and everyone thought the show was over. And then Dave, or UK Gold, whatever it was at the time, said, let's do a reunion episode. So they did one episode, one-off, or two-parter. Maybe it's three-parter. But either way, it was like a limited episode run called Back to Earth. Because basically it's Red Dwarf ripping off its own plot from Series 5, and then basically becoming a spoof of Blade Runner for no fucking reason.
And it was on Netflix.
No, it was on like UK Gold or Dave or one of those kind of channels. But it was a success. It did really well for Dave. So as a result, they put money into proper seasons. So then they developed season, like people call that now season 9, but it was the spin-off. But then 10, 11, 12 were made by Dave.
Right.
And they reunited the main core cast. And by and large, I would say 50% of those episodes are decently good Red Dwarf. The other half is fucking embarrassing. You're too old for this. Please stop making Red Dwarf type stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Wasn't there a bloke who played the computer as well?
Norman Lovett.
That was good. He was good. That
And then
deadpan.
Hattie
Francis Jacobs.
Hattie Hadridge. Close. Hattie Hadridge.
Was she
played
the
it from-
original?
No, he was the original in seasons 1, 2, and then she took over it for seasons 3, 4, and 5.
Why didn't he return?
That he fell out, loads of...
Really?
Yeah, it was all kind of wasn't compelled to, blah, blah, blah. Whatever reason he...
Is he still knocking about?
Yeah, he's still knocking about. And then after season 5, there was no Holly in any regular capacity until season 8 for a bit, and then it disappeared. It's complicated because of budget and availability and
Things
stuff.
happen, yeah, things change.
And then they kept wanting to make a movie of Red Dwarf.
Right, of course.
And to this day, he's still like Grant Naylor was the name of the group of the two guys who wrote Red Dwarf. It was Rob Grant and Doug Naylor.
Right.
But they split up after season 6, and Doug took over the show for the longest time. But then
was that acrimonious as well? Wow.
They're still not as close as they were back in the day.
Must have
And
had
they
some
both-
creative differences.
Basically, I think is what it came down to. And so since then, the show's been more sci-fi than character-based.
Right.
So I think Doug liked more the sci-fi ideas, and Rob was more about the characters. And
I see. I mean,
stuff.
But you can't have one without the other.
No, but Doug's tried since I don't know, like 2000, really, to keep Red Dwarf relevant.
But it's really sci-fi-y, this latest stuff.
Yeah, but like there's some really good ideas in the later seasons on Dave, and some really clever conceits. But it always is held back by its budget, and some of the humour's a little bit off and a little bit kind of, like this was maybe a good gag in 80s, but now it's like a bit tired.
Yeah.
And then some of the endings of some of these episodes are so abrupt to the point of, oh, the episode's over.
Right.
So it's sloppy, but worth it if you're a Red Dwarf fan. I think there's enough good in 10, 11, 12.
Right.
To make
and is
it.
there more to come?
Complicated. This is where it gets depressing. They were going to make a new series because they made a special for 2020 when there was a lockdown.
Yeah, I remember
and
that.
It was called
yeah.
The Promised Land. It was a 90-minute movie, and honestly,
Oh, it is the movie.
no, it was just a 90-minute special.
Right.
If there was ever going to be a Red Dwarf movie, this is probably the closest. But it's
Right.
You wouldn't get it if you weren't a fan. But it was all right. It was actually half decent, and it was about the Cat Society
That's
and stuff like that. So there's some good ideas in it, some good character pieces, not bad. But then Dave went, yeah, go on, make a new series. And then Dave went, oh, we're not going to invest in scripted comedy anymore, just panel shows and
Yeah, but they'd
pranks."
already said make the series.
Yeah, well, they changed their mind.
Wankers.
So at the moment, I think he's pining for another channel or maybe a movie or a reboot. And like,
It might happen.
It might. I don't know. I'm personally the opinion that they should just fucking stop making it now.
Yeah.
But Doug's like, I don't want it to end, which is
Everyone's
his
still
prerogative.
alive.
Yeah. His prerogative. So anyway, this book, all right. I just got it because I might as well pick
Which
it up.
one's that?
This is the program guide.
Oh, that's cool if you're a nerd about it.
Yeah.
What I remember from, I probably watched the first 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Enjoying it, but it was the character stuff that made it.
It
and I
is.
think that's true of all sitcoms, really. It doesn't matter how clever your sci-fi ideas.
Because originally it was more like porridge in space.
That's right, yeah.
Because they were bunkmates, they had a ship.
There was that sort of, what do you call that kind of humour? The humour of the bored, of nothing to do. That sort of...
you could argue it's Brechtian.
Yes, Beckett. You mean
Beckett, sorry, Beckett.
And that, I like that kind of vibe.
I love that kind of
and
vibe.
they had that vibe, you're right, I didn't... but that's character stuff, isn't it?
But then they added more for Crichton to do,
And
Holly
it's all,
did less.
it gets more space opera-y, doesn't
Well,
it?
because the idea was that
That's
they're meant to be in
the
the middle of nowhere space, 3 million miles from Earth, and there's nothing out there. But then they realised, well, there's only so many good stories you can tell like that. Then they started bringing in, like, genetically engineered life forms and androids and simulants and all these kind of things.
But it's a thing. It's funny because it is a pattern with sitcoms that run for more than 3 seasons. They start with a limited amount of characters, more simple.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking of Only Fools and Horses.
Yeah, that's a good example.
Because it's just Grandad and Rodney and Del Boy. And those are brilliant, and they're stuck in that
But then
flat.
it's Boise, and then it's more.
Do you see it happens to all of
yeah.
these? Because they have to go somewhere. They can't just keep making the same thing again and again and again. Can
And
they?
also, like Only Fools and Horses, after a certain amount of time and success, it starts to lead into dramedy. Only Fools got quite fucking
Does Red
bleak
Dwarf
towards
done
the
that?
end. Yeah.
Really?
Well,
That's-
season 7 is it's, come on, please make a movie. We can make a movie. Look at us trying to make a movie. We're like...
And so it had serious beats, basically.
Well,
drama
yeah, they
beats.
kill off Rimmer for good.
And
in
it's
it,
sad.
And it's sad. It doesn't lose its comedy, but you can tell it's trying to punch above its weight, for want of a better
Did
phrase.
Cheers ever do that? Yeah. Yes, it
A
definitely
lot of
did.
sitcoms do it. It's
And
fine for
Happy
it to do.
Days did that as well, didn't it?
I mean, Happy Days is where Mork and Mindy came
That's
from.
where Jump the Shark came from as well.
Yes, it is. You know, it's
Anyway.
got its legacy. So anyway, that's that. So the other book I got was called Son of Soup. And basically, this is a script book, scripts from the TV show.
Nice.
This is the second one because the first book is called Primordial Soup, and it had 6 scripts from the first 6 seasons.
Right, and this is Son of Soup.
Yeah. What's interesting about the first one was that when Red Dwarf 6 was being made, the first script book was due to be published, but due to various boring reasons, the series was pushed back. So people read the first episode of Series 6 before they saw the episode broadcast, because the book came out with this episode called Sirens in, the first episode of
Right.
Series 6, like 3 or 4 months
Oh, it came out
the-
before they'd been aired.
Yeah, because the schedule was moved around.
And then what did everyone go? Ah!
I remember buying the book and going, "Oh, this is from the
That's
new
crazy.
series," and then
That's
reading
crazy.
the
Do you
episode.
think they did that on purpose?
No, it was the
the
BBC moved the series back, and the book was already.
because it's not published by the BBC. It's published by Penguin. I
Yeah.
noticed, and that other one, the program guide, is Virgin. Weirdly,
But the first book was a huge success because I scripts from honestly its best episodes, like Marooned, the classic two-hander episode.
Right.
It's like Rimmer and Lister crash land on a planet. They don't think they're going to get rescued, so
that's very Waiting for Godot.
yeah,
very.
And them just talking about their lives and who they are and wishes and regrets, and it's like great. This one doesn't have as many episodes.
This is the other book now.
Yeah.
They're both. So both of these are script books, are they?
No, the last one I'll just go into very quickly at the end. But basically, this one's got Hollow Ship,
Son of
Backwards,
Soup.
Crichton, Me Squared, and the script that made Red Dwarf an international success was an episode called Gunmen of the Apocalypse, which won an Emmy in
Oh.
America in '96. Anyway, it's a really good episode. You can see why it won an Emmy because it's well done. But for Red Dwarf, it was the first time it went from cult to actual mainstream success.
What I'm asking is, did they air Red Dwarf in America?
Yeah, public
Okay.
cable
Right,
networks
I see.
did. But then this goes to my final point and the last book.
Okay.
So this book I've got here is Robert Llewellyn's kind of autobiography called The Man in the Rubber Mask.
Ah.
It's a book about his life, how he got into Red Dwarf and his stories of Red Dwarf. But what was happening around about the time of season 5, maybe 6, I think it might be 6, America wanted to remake Red Dwarf as an American pilot. And I've seen it, because now you can see it, it's readily available on YouTube and stuff. But effectively, they do a half-decent job of trying to Americanise the idea of Red Dwarf. But because Red Dwarf's about losers, right, Americans can't have that. So their list is a bit more confident, a bit more blokey, more handsome,
But doesn't his accent is like a weird Mad Max?
Yeah.
Not Mad Max. Max Headroom almost, sort of over the top game show American sort of, isn't it? You know, game show host American style.
The Crichton voice,
Yeah.
he says, is a really bad Canadian impression.
Right.
And you can hear it with the vowels and how
Yeah,
he does
yeah.
his ooh and
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
like
that's
that.
right, yeah.
The reason why I bring the book up now is because when they made the American pilot for Red Dwarf, the only British cast member from the original series to do the pilot was Robert Llewellyn.
Yes, but it's funny because he wasn't even an original, as you told me, wasn't even an original character.
No, but he became a breakout character.
Yes, totally, yeah.
It's like, so what I wanted to do was just read a little segment out from his book, which talks about this, because apparently the other cast members, they were going to offer it to Chris Barry Rimmer, but he was like, I'm not doing this. But they also didn't mind him doing it. So it was like, go on, do it. So I'll just read, I think he's in America at the moment when this story starts, but he's talking about it anyway and about being offered the role. So the phone begins to ring again. It was Linwood Boomer. Hi, Robert. This is Linwood speaking. Listen, Rob and Doug tell me you're still not sure about doing the pilot. I'd like to hear why you're having a problem, Robert. Maybe we can work something out. Yes, that'd be good, I said. I explained, it's kind of a heavy commitment. I was referring to a section of the contract which I was sent, which dealt with how long I would be under the contract for Universal Television. Basically, it was 6 years. They wanted me to sign something that would mean I would have to live and work in LA for 6 years. 6 years sounds like a long time for me, I said. You know, in England, we sign a contract for maybe 6 weeks because we think we're going to miss a better gig. Sure, I understand, says Linwood. But, you know, this part is a deal breaker. That was the term, deal breaker. It meant that you could negotiate everything else. You could get a bigger limo, you could get a different makeup artist, you can get more money. That was easy. But sign for shorter than 6 years? No way.
Wow.
When people buy you in Hollywood, they buy you, Rabbit, said Linwood jokingly. I thought that's the sort of humour that scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I'll think about it and get back to you, I said. And Linwood impressed on me the fact that getting back to him very soon will be very beneficial for this project.
So what they're saying is, in order to shoot the pilot,
He still needs to commit for 6
he
years.
has to sit just to do the pilot.
Yeah.
But they don't even know if he's going to get it picked up.
Yeah, but then
So
at
they-
that point, then the contract doesn't matter, though.
Right.
But if they're going to do it and it's a success, then you are.
Then they've-
then
they've got
you're
his
all in.
signature, yeah.
I've been worrying about the 6-year part of this deal ever since my agent first informed me a few weeks earlier. I spent a couple of hours on the phone to Nigel Planer, who I'd been working with earlier in the year. He was the only person I knew who'd been through the exact same thing, because in the 80s, The Young Ones was taken over the Atlantic, and Nigel was the only member of the British cast to go with it.
What?
Yeah.
There's a Young Ones
There was a
pilot
Young Ones
with
American
Planer.
pilot. You can see it online
You
now.
can. What's that like?
It's interesting, but it's kind of like they still don't quite get it.
Well,
Right?
it hasn't got Rick Mail in it.
No. So he had experienced a fairly hideous time making the pilot and was worried sick they'd have to do it for 6 more years with a group of people he hated. And they turned The Young Ones into a sort of grubby Benny Hill show. He was hugely relieved when the pilot was a flop and he was released from his contract.
Right.
So
that was 6 years as well. They got Planer for.
yeah. Well,
Funny.
no, they wanted him for
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
The Young Ones had been a success. It wasn't called The Young Ones, the pilot. It's got a
Right.
different title.
No,
but,
because that's a reference, as we're saying earlier today, to the Cliff Richard song.
Yeah. But anyway, so the book later goes into his time filming it, which he says was largely an okay time. Everything's bigger,
Yeah.
right? And everything's more stressful. But I just think Red Dwarf, in many respects, held itself up reaching for America and reaching for a movie. And it's a shame that they never had the window in the 90s they should have had to make that movie. Because
Yeah.
now I just think they need to end it.
Could have been a classic, the movie.
Well, not
if
even
it had
that.
happened.
They could still make a movie on Red Dwarf, but they'd have to go back onto the books version, because the books are very, very good. The first 2 books of Red Dwarf are very good.
You mean novelizations?
Kind of, but they took the first 2 or 3 seasons and then remixed them into 2 books. And the books are much more sci-fi heavy. They're just
I
great
bet
reads.
the first editions of those are quite collectible.
Very good. Anyway, I'm happy with these purchases. I think
That's nice
£2.
little tranche of Red Dwarf books there.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of comments.
Go on.
One. I don't know why I keep
One.
listing these. Smeg.
Yes.
They popularised Smeg.
As a swear word, yeah.
With Smeg referring to the build-up of
Creamy substances
creamy
within your
under a
foreskin.
man's helmet.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It wasn't like they'd come up with the word smeg because of that reference. It was because they wanted to use, like, bad language.
Yeah, but Smeg must have existed before they coined it.
Oh, yeah, it did. But what I'm saying is,
It's
it
an
wasn't
obscure.
as if that was the
Yeah.
reference they were making. It was just, here's a swear word that we can own.
So, would you say Smeg is to Red Dwarf as Spunk is to Cheap Show?
I mean, I wouldn't know about spunk, but, you know...
We say Borov, Chodny Borov.
Well, I mean, gubbage is
Garbage,
garbage is a cheapy,
Garbage
cheap
has got
show
more of
word.
a claim there, I think.
What's that one? Cockabonkers.
Cockabonkers.
I turned that. I'm happy with that.
You're such a genius.
Anyway, long story
the other
short,
thing,
I
the
like
other
Red.
thing,
I like Red Dwarf, but not as much these days. Thank
the
you.
other comment I wanted to make about Red Dwarf, Paul,
Yeah.
two,
Two.
is I think they were mistaken in thinking they could make it into an American show, because so much of the sort of satirical aspect of Red Dwarf was about a British take on an American genre, the American sci-fi. Do you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah,
So
because-
it's hard
because-
to then put it into America. You know what I mean? Put it into America.
Well, when you've got
'Cause
a
it's
show,
commenting on that.
when you've got a show that is effectively like not directly, but like taking the piss out of Star Wars and Star
That's
Trek
what I mean.
by like deconstructing
Exactly.
the flashiness of that.
Yes.
and saying, well, actually, the British version's actually quite
It's all like,
depressing.
yeah, cold cups of tea and like, yeah,
Well,
that
it's like
kind
it's
of
like what I
vibe.
was saying when they cast the dashing handsome guy for the American pilot.
Yeah.
It's like you've instantly gotten the character wrong.
Yeah.
Lister is a fucking
Is a
slob
little-
loser,
yeah.
you know, who sits in his undies and, he's got,
And eats curry in
yeah,
bed.
and
like-
stinks.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's hard to pull that character off when he looks like he came from, you know, New Kids on the Block.
Yeah.
And that's not a problem with the actor, it's his
No.
work. It's
No, no.
like, you can see they don't want to cast Lister. They want the branding of Red Dwarf.
Yeah, but
And
they
the
don't
hard
want-
work done narratively.
Not the heart and soul, though. Yeah.
But if you ever get the chance to watch it online, it's definitely a curio. Going back to that Nigel Planer thing, I don't know if that is online yet because he only showed it to his patrons. So it might be if you're a patron
That's
Nigel
very
player.
obviously to me,
Yeah.
because I was a huge.
But
Young
if I
Ones
do
fan.
know a link, I will post on our website. But that's the CheapShow.co.uk. Anyway, that's Red Dwarf. That's discussion, and that's part of our book section. Now we go on to our last one, which I think should be taken down by the Trades Descriptions Act. And now for the final book in Paul's reading nook. It's Paul's nook. Book, talk, fuck.
Paul, it's a bit,
What?
bit warm in this nook. Can you turn that fire down? Can you turn the log fire down in here?
I'll have to piss in it because I don't have every night I have to piss in the fire to turn it off. Do you want
Why?
me-
You can't talk anymore.
Do you want me to piss in the fire for you right
Turn it
now?
off.
Turn it off.
Fuck off.
You want me to piss in the shower?
Yeah, fuck off.
You
were
piss in your face?
While we were on break, everybody, Paul was denigrating my knob.
I wasn't denigrating
to
your
his
knob.
girlfriend. Yes, you were.
What did
And
I
my
say
height.
about your? What did I say about your knob?
Said it was small.
No, that's
Said I was small.
Well, I said you were small, but I didn't say your penis was small, did I?
Anyway, whatever. Come on, read
And
it.
we were talking about Eli, the fact that Eli is considering breaking his legs to get taller.
No, I'm
and
not.
that's what you were saying. You said, "Look at all those adverts for those that breaking your
I
legs
don't
to
get
make
those
you taller."
ads.
Yeah, not now. You looked on one website because you were curious, and now
I'm
your
not.
adverts are full of
I've-
it.
I've
Break
nev-
your legs today. Come
I've
on,
never-
little one.
I've never been less curious in a treatment. I might get my teeth whitened. Or
What your knob enlarged? Would
I
you
would
be
never
curious?
get my knob enlarged. I'd sooner have my legs lengthened than my knob enlarged.
Oh,
Now, Paul, can you tell everyone I bought you this next thing as a gift?
Yes.
Because I'm nice and I get you gifts sometimes.
not necessarily gifts I want or need, but you do buy me things effectively every now and then. Yes, true. This is a book that we were both excited about when you showed it to me, and quite rightly, I was
cool.
excited to read it. But then, page by page, as I
You read the whole thing.
not like
You skimmed it.
I read it enough to know exactly what happens and stuff like that.
yeah,
but
I mean, it's for children.
let's get into it, and I'll read, and then we'll explain why I think this is a massive fucking rip-off, and I'd be furious. So this is called Roger Moore and the Crime Fighters, 1001 Shoplifters.
Hardback.
And we did some research online. So there's a series of books called Roger Moore and the Crime Fighters by, this one's by Robin Smith. The one called The Siege is by Malcolm Hulk. Robin Smith did this one, 1001 Shoplifters, and then Crooks Ahoy. And then there were 3 more books at the time on the way, but they've since been released, called Death in Denims, The Secret Man, and The Anchor Trick. Great stuff, Paul. That's what podcasting is. Right?
Shut up.
So, you got this book because you were like, oh, it's Roger Moore and some kids solving crime, right?
Yeah, it really jumped out at me.
And we were both excited. And then I did a bit of research. And then I started reading things like Roger Moore's not in these books. And these books are basically like tough crime novels for kids.
It's young adults, I think,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's what that would become the young adult market. And also, crime-fighting kids is a trope in British children's literature, starting with Enid Blyton,
Famous Five.
all of that.
In America, you might have the Hardy Boys or Nancy Drew.
That's right. Isn't that funny how that genre is almost completely... It's just not seen as something that's appropriate anymore.
It still goes on. They still make new Nancy Drew games and books
Oh,
and
they
things
do,
like
right.
that. Yeah, because it's a brand, really. The author has long since become a small part of its history.
Crime-fighting kids.
But think about it.
It's a
they're all-
weird trope.
They're all gateway drama books for kids. So, like, Goosebumps in America is a great example of, like, horror for kids.
And
right?
this is gateway hard-boiled crime.
It is, because honestly, Roger Moore and the Crime Fighters, 1001 Shoplifters, it literally reads like the Sweeney, but with
And the
kids in.
cover, we'll obviously show you the cover art, everybody.
Yeah.
But it looks like the Sweeney. There's a car, and you're looking at it from the back, and both doors are open. It's a hatchback. Both doors, and it's like one of those muscle cars, 70s. And there are what can only be described as hoodlums, thugs, heavies coming out, and
With
they've got
shooters.
They've got koshes.
Yeah.
And one's got a spanner. They're like heavy guys.
Yeah, because basically what it's about is a number of like massive diamond heists that are
Diamond
going
heists.
on around East London, and these kids accidentally see
Around East London as well, funny.
that these kids accidentally see and then see a murder of as well at the same time, and then it turns out the head of this is this like kind of mafia where it's an Australian henchman and he's got his goons and they send them after the kids and
So
there's
organised
kidnapping.
crime as well.
Yeah.
It's like lock,
It's
stock, and
liter-
2 lessons of PE followed by lunch.
It's weird how it reads like the Sweeney. I'm not even like exaggerating. I mean, obviously it's toned down for kids, so there's no bad language
Yeah.
in it, but like there's genuine threat of death.
It's
throughout
funny,
the
isn't
thing.
it?
But then, you know, I'm reading it going, all right, diamond heists and robberies and, you know, betrayals and double crossers and gangsters stabbing each other in the back and these kids trying to figure out what
And
the copper...
Roger Moore.
Not yet. At this point, it's a what is it? It is a book that runs for
Not very long. Big print.
122 pages.
Big print.
And the first mention of Roger Moore, I mean the word mention, not appearance of,
But mention of Roger Moore.
is on page 62. At this point, Roger Moore's not been mentioned at all in the book.
Before you go on, Paul, the other thing that really cracks me up is on the opening page, it says all characters in this book are fictitious,
Apart
except
from Roger Moore. And his face is on the cover, right?
It's just so, that is just so bizarre. You wouldn't have that these days.
So it takes to page 63, where the first mention of Roger Moore comes in. Because there are these two kids, right? Bill is one of them or something. I can't remember now. Yeah, Bill's one of the kids with his friend who they helped.
And they solve crimes.
And they're part of the crime fighters. Crime fighters, sighs Mrs. Compton. It seems so dangerous. Children involved in crime detection. I wish you'd collect stamps or butterflies or something like that. Stamps? Butterflies? Bill's voice stripped with scorn. Crime fighters want action. You haven't been phoning Roger Moore again, have you? Mrs. Compton sounded worried. Course I have, Mum, says Bill. Phoned Roger yesterday to tell him about those shoplifters we caught.
Why does he have Roger's number?
Wait. Oh, I wish you wouldn't keep bothering this Mr. Moore. He must be a very busy man, answered his mother. Oh, he doesn't mind at all, Mum. Oh, Roger's a smashing bloke. After all, he is the president of the Crime Fighters Club. Mr. Compton finished his coffee and stood up. The half-smoked cigar jutted from his mouth. He pulled on the jacket, adjusted his tie, and kissed his wife on the cheek. Don't worry, Joan. I was with the children when they first met Roger Moore at the BBC TV Centre. I'm sure he's only too pleased to help. And that's it. That's the first mention of Roger Moore. Like, they talk about like he's a Canadian girlfriend.
Yeah, like, oh, we called him. Yeah, we did.
No, you know Roger Moore. You know, the star of Bond, and you know all that, do you? You know.
He must have got paid. No, but we looked into this, didn't it? He got paid, but he gave it all to charity.
Yes, he did.
Top bloke.
He went, I'll be in this. Give all the money to charity. That's
He was
75p.
nice. He was nice, wasn't he?
Apparently so.
Yeah.
So then the book continues, and the crime is solved, and the gangsters get shot and double-cross each other and then arrested. And...
Right, he doesn't call Roger Moore then.
No, the book ends. The story ends. Then the last 2.5 pages, no, 2 pages if I'm being generous, suddenly Roger Moore fucking turns up right at the very end. And so Eli and I will now perform for you the very last part of the book where Roger Moore actually fucking turns up.
Roger Moore filled up the glasses of the crime fighters with coke. He'd just returned from filming abroad and looked lean, fit and tanned.
I reckon the Mafia had better watch out.
He smiled as he handed out the drinks.
It seems the crime fighters are a force to be reckoned with.
He straddled a Chippendale chair and frowned.
Though I still don't quite understand Blue's reason for dressing up as an old, useless woman.
Well, it was hard to work out at first, said Bill. But it all worked out when we thought about it, chipped in Bonnie. Then when O'Malley arrested him at the yard, after the hut fell on him, Blue confessed everything. Bill carried on at this point. See, Roger, he wanted to kill Freddie and Nose, because he had managed to get into his organisation by bribing Orchard. He didn't really want Orchard to know at this stage that he, Blue, was aware of Orchard's double-cross. So he decided to get rid of Freddie and Nose in a way which would not tie up with him. Bill paused for breath. Being an actor by profession, Blue, or Ronnie Bonds, his real name, thought up a dramatic way of getting rid of the two crooks without throwing suspicion on himself. Bill hunched forward on his chair. Disguised as the wine-drinking princess, Blue made sure that Freddie and Nose saw him through the jeweller's window as they nicked the gear. They chased him and he lured them to the woodyard where he was going to shoot them. Then he was going to get away from the yard, take off his old woman disguise and disappear. Roger smiled.
And the crime fighters thwarted his plans, eh?
Yes, and he had to carry on with his role of princess to keep everything authentic and to stop us getting suspicious of his true intention.
But why did he come back for the gun he left in your hideaway?
Asked Roger Moore. Because his fingerprints were all over it, said Bonnie, and would have led the police to him after they checked against the fingerprints of Ronnie Bonds held in the files of the Australian police. Roger sipped his drink.
And I suppose he left the gun in your hideaway in the first place, intending to get it back After all the hubbub died down for him.
That's exactly what he did, said Bill. And the crime fighters were waiting for him,
Bravo, crime fighters.
said Roger, raising his glass. The two children raised their glasses of Coke. They had been through a time of danger and excitement. Violent criminals had been caught and a vicious gang of thieves smashed because of their efforts. They had good reason to be proud of themselves, but they were more proud of the man who had helped them to form the Crime Fighters Club. Bravo, Roger Moore, said Bill and Bonnie. And here's to the next adventure! And you can join the Crime Fighters, everyone.
Yeah, you can.
It says, at the end of the novel, it says, see page 127. And then on the next page, join the Crime Fighters, see page 127. And then on the next page, join the Crime Fighters. You too can be a crime fighter. Get a badge. Oh,
Nice.
Wouldn't you love one of those?
Yeah, it's going to be a shit button badge, but I'd have one.
I mean, they must be in existence. That would be a class. It would go with this. wouldn't it?
Maybe, yeah.
A badge, a free newspaper. I wonder what that would be. Just a newspaper.
Fuck knows. Probably
No,
like...
it'd probably be a crime fighters newspaper.
Yeah, of updates and stories and what
So
they've been
cool,
up to.
so cool. I wonder if that even existed.
Fuck knows.
I mean, they did all 7 books or whatever, didn't
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
And a chance, Paul,
Yeah.
this is the big thing.
Here we go.
A chance to meet Roger Moore.
Oh.
If you've borrowed this book from a library, copy the coupon onto a piece of paper.
What I like
And it's
is
got
that...
a coupon. It's got a
Yeah.
little thing you can send off, put your name in.
What I like is the bit where you tear off and you put your name and everything. It says here, please enrol me as a member of the Crime Fighters Club and send me a parcel of goodies. I've got my parents' permission. It's like,
I really
says
have.
It's all right. Yeah.
What a great thing.
But honestly, if I was a huge Roger Moore fan, I was like, I love the Persuaders, I love the Saints. Oh, he's the new Bond and everything. Oh, he's been doing Bond for a few years, I guess, at this point.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
77.
oh, Roger Moore's going to help some kids. And it's like, nothing mentioned, nothing, the end.
Yeah. But it's like Roger Moore is the Miss Marple or the...
Thanks, Roger Moore, for setting up the Crime Fighters. Without you, no one
he
would have
just
solved
sets
this
it up,
case.
but he kind of solves it, or he works it out, doesn't he? At the end, there.
But it's not like-
As well, I suppose. Blah, 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 blah,
No, he
blah.
doesn't, though. He's like, I didn't understand any of this. Why do you explain it again?
Why am I non-fictional? And why would me, an actor,
Yeah.
an actor, nothing to do with law enforcement or anything like that?
Hang out with two kids.
It's just so stupid.
Serving them
The
drinks.
conceit. I love this. I love the painted cover.
But do you know, like Hanna-Barbera would do, Mr. T solves crime, he had like his little kids and they'd go on adventures, but Mr. T was there from beginning to end. It's
Yeah, he
like,
just
where's-
pops
what's
in,
this?
yeah.
I'm too busy smoking ganja on the set of Live and Let Die for this.
That was 2 years before, 3 years. Great thing, and
Yeah, I loved it. Just by reading the end of it, you see how convoluted the crime
so
was.
terrible.
And, like,
Yeah, terrible.
double crosses and
Yeah.
cross-dressing and
It is
betrayals.
very like an Enid Blyton, like the end of one of those.
Yeah.
They just wrap it all up, you know.
And we all went home for lashings of fizzy pop.
Probably less racist, in fact.
I'll be honest, even my cursory skim didn't bring up too many outdated
slurs,
derogatory slurs.
To me, is redolent of this thing that was going on in the 70s and to a lesser degree in the 80s, where there was this kind of darkness in culture. And it was in the children's culture as well, wasn't it? It was in
But that all
those scary,
comes from-
like nosy bonk, that kind of thing, that hauntological,
But
that
that's-
darkness, that is completely absent from media these days.
The reason why,
you know?
though, is because it's part of that post-war depression era of Britain, where it is still trading on old British values in a world that is drastically quickening and changing around it.
Yeah.
So Britain's whole kind of like era of that time is very kind of like, we're just going to treat kids as adults. We're
Yeah.
just going to make them grow up quick.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's the other way around. It's like, we want to get as much out of these kids by giving them as much arrested development as possible and
So
reminding
they don't
them.
have to grow up.
I know, and that's why most pop culture now is about referencing older pop culture. There was nothing to reference there before, so it was all fucking...
Yes, youth culture was
Yeah.
still relatively new, I
If
guess.
anything, it came more out of folk history in the UK, folk tales.
I just find it funny how crime, how those genres are now totally separate. Children's fiction is much more things like Goosebumps or even fantasy. That's the big genre. Fantasy
Yes.
or sci-fi, the big
Yeah.
genres for kids, young adults. But they used to think crime was like but that kind of crime, that gritty sort of, you know,
But even when you think
geezers
of-
in overcoats with like sawn-offs, that kind of crime, you know?
It doesn't happen though anymore. Like, I can't think of a single film or TV show. And maybe I mean, I don't watch a lot of it these days
No.
anyway, so whatever. But like, as a genre, I can't think of a film recently at least, that involves kids on an adventure that just involves crime.
Yeah.
Like no booby trap dungeons. It's like
Goonies is sort of that
but
type
if you
of thing.
remove the Indiana Jonesy part,
Yeah.
you'd get this book,
Yeah.
right? But ultimately, no, it's still,
They are kind
fantasy
of crims, aren't they? The baddies.
But I
in
can't
that.
think of like kids versus, unless apart from like the old 70s Famous Five TV shows or, children's film workshop.
Those ones.
You
Did
know
they
those
have
ones?
crime fighters? What episodes of that?
Well, they would have had stories
Children's
much more like
Film
this.
Foundation.
Yeah, they would have had more films like
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
right? So all I'm saying is, it's like I can't think of a film recently or a book or a TV series about kids fighting hoodlums.
This is a hardback, like I say, from 1977.
Yeah.
£2.95. To me, that feels like it was probably quite expensive for the time.
I'm sure that was affordable. It would have had to have been affordable to make them
Yeah.
appealing to kids.
Yeah.
Because honestly, after the first one, finding out Roger Moore's not in it, I don't know if I'd buy the others. I would seriously go to the bookshelf at H. Smith's and scan the fuck out of that book to see where Roger's name comes up before I bought another one.
Well, maybe you're in it just for the crime fighting and not for Roger.
Yeah, but honestly, if Roger's my gateway, at least have him in the book at the start, maybe saying, "Hello, kids, I've got a crime fighting group. Would you like to join it?" Oh, nothing ever happens to us.
But is he associated with crime fighting? Because James Bond is not a crime fighter.
No, but the Persuaders and the Saint
They were more policey.
Well, they were more, rogue
Solve-
agents breaks a criminal empire down
okay.
or a gang or whatever. You could see that being the appeal more than Bond, but Bond was honestly the reason why he's on that book,
Yeah,
I'd imagine.
yeah.
I'm
Funny.
surprised the last line in that book isn't Roger Moore saying, "Has the check cleared?" Because that's how it feels like.
Here I am.
But anyway, as a relic of the past, it's a charming book, I'll say that.
Curio, yes.
And that now is all the time we have in Paul's Book Nook.
I'm boiling, so let me out of the nook, please.
Well, there's a way I could do it. You can walk out the slow way, or I can press the pneumatic hatch, which shoves us up the pipe.
that's very Doctor No.
Doctor No. So do you want to go? Do you want to walk up the corridor?
wanna go up this-
or do you
the
want to go up
sluice.
my big pipe?
I want to go up the big pipe, please.
All right, here we go. Hold on tight. Here we go. What's wrong?
Oh, nothing.
Why are you smelling your fingers? Why are you smelling your fingers?
Don't turn everything, my private hygiene moments, into content.
Yeah, but your
please.
private hygiene moments are happening within like 3 feet of me, so they are my hygiene moments as well.
My private hygiene
And
moments.
when I see you grimacing as you sniff your fingers, I think I'm right to ask what's going on.
Baby, I grimace every time I sniff my fingers.
Is it because you got chicken bake all over it?
Oh, yeah, we had a chicken bake.
Yeah, well, I had a steak bake.
And I really noticed the difference in quality. Oh, we could do that as an off-brand brand off.
We could actually. Oh.
Steak bakes.
Steak bakes.
Get
Wenzel's.
one from Greg's. There
Greg's.
must be others, right?
We'll have to think. Maybe we'll find some kind of shop on a high street, bijou,
Yes.
small one-off
You know
store.
what? That shop that's inside Harrow bus station does them.
Does
Those
they?
are off-brand.
We could get
Those
that
are
one.
off-brand
All
ones.
right, well, maybe that's what maybe we do it
They
next
do
week.
do them.
Maybe
you
we
know
do
how
it.
I'll tell the difference?
What?
Because they're Asian run and their steak bakes taste of curry.
Oh, well,
I'm not even joking. They're spicy.
Well,
They're nice.
Well,
I had
all
one.
right. Well,
but
do you
it's
want-
funny
maybe
how
we'll do that.
everything is more spicy. You know. what I
Maybe
mean?
we'll do that next week. Maybe soon, but we'll think about it. All right, but for now, it's time to put the baby of Cheap Show back in its cot. Okay. Shh. It's sleepy, baby.
It squirted poo down your leg. Oh, God.
Oh, God. What does it fucking eat?
Crisps.
Oh, open a window. Not gonna.
Go do the fucking sign off,
Right,
mate.
hello everyone. Cheap Show has a website and it's your one-stop shop. Go there, and from there you'll find us everywhere else on the internet. It is thecheapshow.co.uk. We have pages which are dedicated to each and every episode of Cheap Show. Some accompanied with pictures and videos.
Lots of
you
lovely
can-
pictures, videos, mate.
So you can see the stuff we're talking about. We're also on Instagram where those same images appear there.
Cheap Show on Instagram.
Yeah, and we're on Threads and
Blue
we're
Sky.
on Blue Sky, but we no longer on X.
Every 2 weeks on Soho Radio, the House of Pickle Sound Show, which is my music show.
Very good. And what else? Yeah, we have a fortnightly YouTube series called Cheap Shots. The new one will be out by the time this episode comes out, where we play a crap game.
And I have to say to everyone, Paul wasn't very positive about this video, which is why he's left it to last in the schedule, hasn't it?
Well,
Is it shit? How is it long?
It's not long or shit. It's just, we could have done better. You could have done
It's
better.
always the same.
I'm great. I'm not going to look
You're
at
not
me
great,
and think
though,
I'm
are
not
you, Paul?
great.
And
though,
you
am
don't
I?
think you're great
No,
either.
I don't. I have struggles. Right. So, The last thing I want to say.
Hello, everyone. I'm Eli Silverman.
The last thing I want to say is the reason Cheap Show has been going for close to 500 episodes and 10 years is because we have fantastic Patreon supporters whose involvement on Patreon helps keep us going. And so we have to thank them. So if you support us on Patreon, thank you very, very kindly. Your kindness lets us do this.
But Paul,
Yeah.
if they do decide to support us on Patreon, what kind of extras or things can they expect to see?
It depends on the tier you join us at, but if you go to patreon.com/cheapshow and join, remember, give what you can, but please only if you can.
Only if you can.
Then you'll get the Crap Book Podcast, which is just our monthly chitter chatter pod. We have a irregular but becoming more regular night busing podcast
That's
series.
our spin-off podcast where we go on a night bus in London or further afield. We haven't done
Yeah,
that
we
yet,
haven't
but
done that
we're
yet.
talking about it.
We're
We've got a
thinking
list
about
of
it.
them.
Yeah.
Night buses outside London.
Ding, ding. We also have irregular magazines, but there's a database of all the old ones if you want to see what the Cheap Show magazine by them are like. Long story short, they're very, very good.
Excellent
Much better
magazines.
than we deserve. And look, there's tons of stuff. Behind the scenes, top tier, video-only episodes, early access to cheap shots, early access to live show tickets as and when, and all sorts of garbage and opportunities.
There's
That's
garbage
it.
and garbage.
Patreon.com/cheap show. Thank you very kindly if you decide to support this pod.
I've got a crinkly arsehole and it sloops up my leg. All the sloopy boops on the arsehole. Pickle, icky little egg.
That's what Eli is using to sign off. That's his contribution. We'll see you next week then. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.